Welcome to Words of Wisdom and Guidance, our daily guidance. How are you today? Well, we're at the end of a very energetically busy week. How are you feeling? Are you taking a deep breath? All I kept getting before, as I was sitting down, as I was tidying through, as I was seeing which cards were calling to me energetically, I kept hearing, trust the process, trust the process, trust the process. And I know I'm a little bit anxious myself about something, but yeah, it is right now. And we're having this little bit of this, the energy is there, but something is sort of in the background possibly. You're not seeing any evidence of anything particularly. I'm seeing things for other people, nothing specifically for me, right? But it's making me happy anyway, so I'm taking it. So I got out our trust cards. They wanted to come out, and the Shaman's Dream cards, as well as our beautiful what are these tarot, the empath tarot, which is a bit fun, which is quite colorful. But I kind of feel like both of these, when I was just looking at them, both of them have got this sort of wheel. It's sort of this new cycle, the new start, the wheels turning feeling on them. So I think this is what we are going to find over the coming days, or even over the weekend, that we are certainly going to start feeling that something is turning, something is shifting. It is the transformation, obviously, that we have been, our new chapter, our new start, but it's about when you start to really feel that shift. And at the minute you might be feeling a little bit, I'm not feeling discombobulated at all. It's just this sort of plateau. It's sort of, you're here. So trust the process. Let's see what our guidance is today. May your life have enough clouds to create a beautiful sunset. The best defense is a good offense. So may your life have enough clouds to create a beautiful sunset. Isn't that interesting? Because, you know, even if there are a few little bits and bobs hanging about in terms of what is in our energy field now, I think, you know, the sunset, the guidance, the light that you are following, the shining, the light you are shining for yourself is certainly going to be able to offset any thoughts of, you know, this is a cloudy day. And this morning, the energy was that, very much a cloud. There was no sunshine. This afternoon, it's lifted. There's a brightness, but there's still this sort of layer of cloud. So think about that for a minute and see what possibly is, how you're feeling. Lean into that thought. Is that for me? Is this what I'm feeling? Because I'm feeling very much like that. It's definitely how it is for me. It's just made complete sense. But we have to remain our balanced and focused selves. We know that this is our new beginning. And I think it's important to recognize that, you know, in the letting go, there is always that. And now you are being rewarded. It's just dropped down. So yes, now you're being rewarded. You've just got to wait for that reward. I'm hearing, you know, when you have that sort of anticipation of the present under the Christmas tree. That's what this is at the minute. So trust in the process. Trust in this. Let's see what our beautiful Inner Temple Oracle guidance will be for us today to start off this guidance, this reading, based on this energy that we're feeling, of course, you know. So let's have a little look. What is our activator card, our main card for today? What is our guidance, please, from the Inner Temple? Our one card, our beautiful card. Oh my goodness me, it's the same as yesterday. And you saw me shuffling. Same as yesterday, projections. So work with the little triggers. Work with the little things that might be still shining a light on things. And don't forget, you know, this inner spring. So this new beginning is definitely the energy, isn't it? So remember what we talked about yesterday. If you haven't watched that reading, go and watch that reading, because it kind of feels a little bit like a couple of a stepping stone scenario right now. Where are we? Here we are. Next step. Here we are. Remember what you've got. So point the finger at you with the projections card. Make sure that you are definitely remembering that if something is coming up, It's golden, it's good, it's a lesson, it's meant to be there, it's something you can embrace. And I kept sort of thinking, you know, it's about leaning into the energy, isn't it? So lean into the feeling of nothing's happening, but a lot is happening. Lean into that. There's no tangible evidence, but there's a lot of intangible scenarios going on. There's a lot of energy about. Like I said, you know, other people, for me and my family and what have you, close to my heart, are getting rewards. That's beautiful. So look for what your reward would be, okay? So the best defense is a good offense, isn't it? Yeah, finding that for you, for yourself, so you can maintain this movement. Don't give up now. As you know, this is on you. The wheel is turning. I feel this wheel. I'm seeing this wheel. So it's very important for us right now. Let us see what the shaman's dream cards are going to give us today. I haven't used them for a little while, and I really think this is going to be important. Reason being, you might be having dreams. You might be sort of thinking about dreams. I'm sure I just see, yeah, look at that. Wheel, lost compass. So you're getting back to that sort of, yeah, finding that new route, rerouted. Think about a sat nav, rerouted you. Yeah, we're ready on our new. For some reason, I'm being told just to keep shuffling for this, so I'm shuffling. Okay, so let's go. Let's get our guidance from our Shaman's Dream cards. We'll get our trust cards out as well with confirmation, and we'll do an overall confirmation with our beautiful empathic tarot. So, and it's such a beautiful blue, and it's lovely. Yellow and blue, look at that. Okay. All right, so can we have guidance for the weekend, please? Our guidance, what do we need to know right now? All right, so there are the wall. Obstacles has come out. Obstacles, the wall. Interesting. Ooh, let's see what this one is. Beloved, radical acceptance. Number 2. Number 11, the wall. And we have got 31. In the hand, the universe is your partner. The universe is your partner. So the universe is gifting you something right now. Oof. Okay, so when we think about radical acceptance, I was just looking at that projections card, and it was really, you know, radical acceptance is really about, you know, the fire energy of Leo at the minute with the new moon. You know, it's really about allowing this energy to go, okay, whatever you've burnt or whatever, it's time to move on. It's forward motion, it's energy, it's what it is. Have you been looking at yourself? There's a gift here because of this obstacles. We'll read on to it. We've also got curiosity here, which is quite interesting, with the stranger. 53, which is infinity number 8. So curiosity, when we think about energy, and well, we think about, you know, signs and synchronicities. Maybe you're a bit curious of why you keep seeing something. Maybe you're a bit curious as to why you keep dreaming something. Maybe there's a stranger in your dream. Or maybe you just have this sort of feeling that there is someone that is in your energy or about to come into your energy. So allow for the curiosity of it. Definitely. We have an empty well, time to replenish. All right, we have the dust devil where it says moving out of stagnation, and we have our God, our horseman, herald of change. So clearly Spirit is telling us, okay, this is a time where we have to trust the process. There is going to be a change. There is something that is coming. Be curious as to what is being presented to you, I'm hearing. Presented to you in terms of what it is that you're trying to understand. Okay, try and really think about this radical acceptance. Maybe you never have. Maybe that's why the projection is there. Point to yourself and think, do you know what? I have never really accepted that. I've never really believed that. I've never really trusted that. So when I say something, I'm projecting outwards to someone else. Maybe it's time to really look into that little detail. And it's interesting how I'm saying a little detail. So I don't believe this is a big thing. So may your life have enough clouds to create a beautiful sunset. You know, a few clouds, a little bit of cloud cover. It's not a storm, is it? So maybe there's just this little something. Gestation period. Yeah, there's a bit of a standstill here for a reason. Okay, let us have a little look at these from the book to get a little bit more sense. Radical acceptance. Number 2, duality, harmony, balance. When the beloved appears, it requires 100% of your heart, body, and soul. Don't try to squeeze the beloved into your schedule. Drop the busyness and receive the one you have been waiting for. Know that this card comes as a mirror to show you the divine within. There's your mirror. And invite your radical acceptance of everything you consider beautifully or ugly into your being. The beloved may not be a person at all. It might be a business venture, a project, or an adventure calling for you, for your full attention. Love it, let it light you up, and give it your all. So yeah, the universe is your partner. It's definitely gifting you something very important here, very, very important to you. Surrender to this truth and know that you are gaining a passport to bliss, even when it feels that you are being consumed by the fire of the beloved. Do not hold back or be afraid, for you will emerge transformed. Surrender is the key. Allow yourself to be loved. Usher the harsh critic out of the door. Shut your eyes and ears to the judgment of others who have not been ignited by the divine blaze consuming you, for they will only attempt to douse your fire and leave you choking on the smoke. Be careful you are not seduced by false promises or falling prey to your extraordinary abilities to sabotage your dreams and desires. Sink with and sink into your heart and trust your sense of what is true. You will know what to do. So point the finger at you. You'll know what to do when this comes. This gift arrives for you. You'll handle it. The true beloved is never false. Every gift proffered is valuable. Recognize the many faces of the beloved and welcome them into your heart. You will be so glad you did. Wow. I just want to go to the stranger, number 53. I placed it underneath the beloved as well. So I just want to see. The stranger moves through the world in a shroud of darkness, as often elicits fear, rejection, and uncertainty. As the danger of the unknown defines its very presence. Yes, there is a veil of separation between you. Look closer and summon the courage to remain open to what you might find. So I feel like these two, that's why I put it under. There's definitely someone or something that is going to come into your path that you are being gifted. So summon the courage to remain open to what you might find. You may be conditioned to look only for what mirrors what is safe. So remember the mirror. Yep. And what is safe and known to you. Refusing to entertain any concept of other beyond something to fear. In order to broaden your world and your experience of it, you must refute the illusion that sameness is the only way. Nothing you expect externally matches up with the other, and you're challenged by your own inexperience. But don't miss this opportunity for learning. Something extraordinary is being offered to you now. And there's your extraordinary. It is being offered to you now by the universe. Because it's time to replenish. Look at this energy. The fire of it. Number 7 as well. So the universe is telling you very clearly. We've got a lot of fire here. Now is the time to leave room for other points of view, other ways of seeing with humility and grace. This is a defining moment. Take the risk. Life is like a precious diamond with many facets, not just one. That is very beautiful. That is very beautiful. So it is on page 107, which is an 8, and it is page 53, which is 8. So you might be seeing 88 a lot. I am. So I know, I'm confirming this is for me. I know what this is about. You take what resonates for you. You'll know the story. You're still sitting here 14 minutes later, then definitely it's resonating with you for a reason. Let's go to 31, which is in the hand. Feeling secure, taken care of. The universe is your partner. Something amazing happens when you contemplate your intimate relationship with your higher power. How do you engage it? Perhaps you might have seen things through the influence of your religious background, or you may have exposed to other ways of making that connection real for you. If you believe in a punitive God, you will be afraid of punishment. If you believe in your higher version that blesses you, you'll find it easier to surrender to a relationship of radical trust. And that's why the trust cards are here. And I kept hearing, trust the process, trust the process. So you've done all you can. So now is the time to rest and recharge, replenish, recharge. It's time, because you are being gifted. You are being gifted. Number 56, the wall, obstacles. There are moments in your life when you are so geared up, so sure that you are on the right track, with drive and momentum, that you are shocked and confused when you encounter a wall. This unpredictability occurs outside your ability to plan, regardless of if you've done everything right in alignment with the divine. It's imperative that you change your attitude now. This temporary roadblock is not an obstacle to blast through. This is not an invitation to push harder, cancel other plans, or worry about who will win or lose. This is a stopping point to enable you to slow down and contemplate the part of the manifesting equation that you and everyone else forgets. Life on life's terms will override your best laid plans. Yes, as an inconvenient as it may seem, this experience is an important reminder that you are a human being, not a human doing. Perhaps you might be reminded of your mortality, or that you are but a small part of a bigger universe. Your life may be meant to serve another purpose at this moment. Your attention meant to be directed elsewhere. Consider that this place of temporary non-action is exactly meant for you. Exactly how I was feeling. So it's a bit of non-action. So let's consider that. What is this about? So trust the process. There is definitely change, because we've got the horseman, herald of change. So you don't have to worry. You're going to be moving out of stagnation. And I think it's when the action when the energy changes and action is called for, you'll be taking it. I really feel that very strongly. So allow that to be with you right now. Could it all be that the elements are not yet in place for its manifestation to be for the highest good of all? Patience is required now, and the wisdom that this might be a great time to take a breath, contemplate gratitude. What is truly yours will never be walled off from you. I love that. There we are. So number 30, well, Dust Devil, moving out of stagnation. Number 15. The truth, some people are afraid of the dust devil causes ruckus, but he represents two aspects to you now. The winds in your outer life appearing to throw you off course, where you assume the world is coming at or happening to you, and the winds that churn inside you. Okay, so stop asking for things to be perfect. Awkward, messy, conflict, exuberant, and wild is how you shift. Trust this process. Just like I heard, trust this process. And we have our horseman, number 30. Trust this process. It's magic. He is inviting you to spread the good news. Everyone already knows bad news. Your task is to point out the beautiful. Being a herald of the positive, put away the fatalistic attitude, dire predictions, declare the arrival of a new and better you. The horseman cautions you not to allow your exuberance to become hollow or trivial. The world will welcome you with open arms as you share an uplifting message. So heed the horseman when he shows up. When he shows up twice in the same reading, though, use extreme caution. Well, he hasn't. Right, so he comes with good news and announcing a prosperous and peaceful time. So things are changing. I love that. I love that for us. That's beautiful. Okay, I'm going to go with our trust cards now, because trust the process was very strong for me. Trust the process. Let's see what our trust cards are going to give us. So you've got to accept everything right now. Your radical acceptance. Don't judge. No judgment. Trust the process. It's being gifted to you for a reason. You don't have to do anything. Don't go ahead of the energy. Let it come to you. Let it change whatever it needs to change for you. Okay? What do you want? Synchronicity. Lots of synchronicity. Signs, synchronicity. Things are happening for a reason. Okay? Trust in the synchronicity of life. I'm hearing. You know, it is important that you do that. And we've got the seed, something you've planted or something you will plant. But I believe it's what you have planted, I feel. So there's something that's been planted, and there's a vastness here as well. vastness, real new fresh space. You know, in vastness comes space. There's a momentum underneath. So things is going to start moving for you, and it's because of the seed that you planted. Trust in the synchronicity of life. Oh, what is this under here? Hang on a minute. We had one little person that decided to stay hidden, so I'm going to take it. Death. There it is. Rebirth. Something new. Yeah. Beautiful. Very something synchronistic, and it's because you planted a seed. Maybe a long time ago, because we have vastness. And it's going to come for you now. It's your time, but you've got to accept everything quite radically. Momentum. Allow it to take hold now. Allow it to take what it needs for you. It's going to definitely do that for you. The momentum of it. I love that, because I said in the very beginning we had the beautiful wheel. The wheel, I kept saying, I feel like I can see this wheel turning. It would be great if we got the Wheel of Fortune on the tarot, but honestly, it really is the momentum of it now. When the wheel starts to turn, everything shifts, doesn't it? It will definitely make a big difference. So stay open to it. It's time to replenish right now. Just allow this weekend, be what you need it to be. I suddenly have found myself doing quite a bit over the weekend. Just how it's happened, which is fine. I'm quite happy to go and do it. Get myself out and about. I've been in hermit mode for so long. It'll be good, you know. Yeah, may your life have enough clouds to create a beautiful sunset. So let's have a little look. Let's get an overall energy then. Confirmation for the weekend, please. With this momentum. Time to replenish. Give me some guidance, please, on this synchronicity and what is coming for us over the weekend. What is coming over these next coming days on you in the vastness. What is it? 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, okay. Something you've been working on, something you're holding very clear. 9 of Pentacles, sometimes it's about stability, but it can also be about a bit of wish fulfillment. So there could be something there. Definitely with the 9 of Pentacles. That came out on top of momentum and Herald of Change. Anything else, please? Anything else? Maybe we're not going to get much more from the tarot today. That's interesting. There's one. On the Stranger and Curiosity, 2 of Swords. Interesting. Choices. Choices, not sure. Well, it came out by the Stranger, and of course the Stranger is under the Beloved, which is the radical acceptance. So perhaps it's time to just allow for this, the 2 of Swords change. Allow for it. Trust in what you got. Yeah, it's time of change. Maybe you're going to say, well, actually, I'm going to give it a go. Remember the projections? Why can't I pick that up? Why can't I make that step? Why can't I make that decision? Whatever it might be over the weekend. It's about really leaning into things. There's a 6 of Pentacles, giving and receiving. A 6 of Pentacles for you as well. Giving and receiving. And the High Priestess, the intuition, the knowing, the higher knowing. I think you will know that this is what you want. As I said, you will know, okay? And giving and receiving, you know, giving some energy, allowing it to come for you, giving and receiving. Let's go to the 2 of Swords for a minute. 2 of Swords. Choices, procrastination. It symbolizes indecision, inner conflict, and thoughtful balance. It invites calm reflection and clarity. Okay, so calm reflection and clarity. That was sort of what the Curiosity Stranger card was about, wasn't it? Really leaning into things, being a bit more aware. So you are stuck on a difficult decision, possibly due to confusion or stress. Take off the blindfold and approach the situation as logically as possible. And we've got Pentacles, which is about stability, can be about finances. The Six of Pentacles is about sharing your wealth, generosity, but it's also about balance, reflects giving and receiving in equal measure. So you will know what it is that you want when whatever arrives comes. And I think maybe it's about really just understanding yourself and what you want and knowing, you know, what the balance should be. Definitely there's a seed that you planted. I just want to read. No, I don't. Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. This card represents independence, comfort, enjoying the rewards of your work, success. Yeah. So this is your change. This is where you're heading. And you know, the High Priestess is all about knowing this. The High Priestess, subconscious knowledge, absolutely. Guiding your inner wisdom, subtle truth beneath the surface, you know. You know that this is coming. So I think possibly at the moment we just feel that sort of lull, that little bit of lull at the minute. Definitely feeling a bit of lull. These cards have been calling to me a little bit. I'm just going to ask Spirit if we can have some idea of what this beautiful new beginning is. What can we expect? Or maybe what is the choice? What is it about? What is coming for us? Cleanse. Fun time. Good vibes. And healing. Okay. What's that? Protection. You are protected. But we've also got creativity. So something creative. Something that maybe we're having to make a decision on. This is a key. There's a key being given to you. This is the gift. So remember we read surrender is key. I think this is what the energy is telling us right now. Surrender to any little projection. Surrender to it. Bring it to you. Let it arrive. Cleanse yourself. Making sure that, you know, you time to replenish. Okay? Cleanse yourself. Trust in this process. Trust in this process. That's what I kept getting. So you need to be trusting in this process, definitely. But we've got good vibes and fun time. And, you know, this healing card that comes out is about, you know, once we're ready to move, we're doing our healing. We know that it's about the healing that is really important. There's some fun times and good vibes. I just said to you, I'm doing more this weekend than suddenly I've been doing in months, crazily enough, you know. So the vastness can really speak to the change, allowing the space for new things to come in, and fun times I put down on top of vastness, you know, and good vibes. So you probably are going to start to feel that very much as part of this process and the healing. You know, you are protected, of course. You are being guided, protected, gifted by the universe. It definitely feels very, very, very divine timing right now. Very divinely guided right now with the synchronicity card. So trust the process. That is the deal. That's what Spirit wants us to know. So see how your weekend pans out. But remember, we've got to do the radical acceptance. Allow things, you know. So suddenly you get an invitation to go somewhere. Go and enjoy it. Maybe you've never done something like that. I'm doing it. I've never done something like this before. I'm just going to go and enjoy it and see what it's all about. I can't overthink things I don't know. I just want to, I know intuitively my higher self is guiding me for a reason. There are things that I'm going to learn. People I'm going to meet. Could be, you know, this sort of Six of Pentacles feeling. Yeah. So, yeah, it'll set you free. It'll start that wheel turning. This is the key, the surrender, okay? No more trying to control, no more what have you. It is about, you know, the best defense is a good offense. So just let that happen for you right now. I hope that makes sense. I hope you've enjoyed your daily guidance with me. If you have, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe and share, and even if you want to make a comment, love to know what you're doing the weekend. Let me know. And of course, I'll be sharing with you once I sit down again and do another reading. But in the meantime, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, rest of your end of the week, and a wonderful weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.